Ever feel like you're being watched? Well, you have been being watched. Turns out it's by your own government. Recently, a number of legal documents have been leaked that prove this, and it proves that the government knows a whole lot more about you than you think they know. The NSA, or the National Security Agency, has been conducting a mass surveillance program on the American people in secret in violation of our rights as citizens. I'm going to explain today what the NSA has been doing and is still doing, how it violates our Fourth Amendment rights, and how they get away with it all with help from the FISA court. Before we discuss the Fourth Amendment and how they do it, I'll have to explain exactly what they've been doing. First of all, the NSA knows exactly who we call, what time we call them, and how long we talk to them for. This is every single citizen of the United States, and it's been found that with proof through these leaked documents that they go to companies like Verizon and force them to give over their phone records to the NSA so that they can gather all this information, and they force them to consistently give new information on a daily basis. They've also been working on a program called PRISM. This program gives them the ability to gather any information they want online. That includes emails you send, things you put on Facebook or Twitter, your search history throughout the past possibly 30 days, possibly more, photos, videos you put on the cloud or Google Drive, instant messaging, file transfers, and they get all this information. This is similar to how they get it from the phone companies. They go to companies like Google, Facebook, Yahoo, Apple, Microsoft, and they force them to give them direct access to all their servers and all the information on them, which is the people's information that use those companies. So now that you know a little bit what's going on, let me explain how it violates our rights. The Fourth Amendment in the Bill of Rights gives us the protection from illegal search and seizure of our property. It says it must particularly describe the place to be searched and persons or things to be seized. And collection of data of all Americans clearly violates this. There's no way that every single American's information, without any reason to do so, is particularly describing the place to be searched and persons or things to be seized. It clearly violates our Fourth Amendment rights in the Bill of Rights. You're probably wondering how exactly they get away with this now. They do that with help from the FISA court. The FISA court is a secret court that oversees decision-making on surveillance and data collecting, and this is where the NSA and companies, other groups like the FBI, get most of their warrants to do searches and seizures. The FISA stands for the Foreign Intelligence and Surveillance Act, and all members are chosen by one man. That's the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And these decisions are not confirmed by Congress. So one man can put all members in charge, and no one gets to say that's okay or not okay. According to the New York Times, the power of this FISA court has been called parallel to the Supreme Court and will shape intelligence to the future. The Washington Post said that nearly 34,000 warrant applications have been presented to the FISA court since 1979, and only 11 have been rejected. The Washington Post also said that this court is very secretive. The only argument that they hear is from the side of the government, because their meetings are closed doors. They don't allow any of the public inside, and they don't present any of their information or findings, decisions to the public. This causes the court to be very biased because they only hear one side of the story, that's the government. They never hear the people's side of the story. So now that you know a little bit of how they get away with everything, they have an extensive amount of information that belongs to us as people, not them. It's personal information, and they secretly violated our rights to do so. They know exactly who we talk to, when we talk to them, what we put up online, what we look at online, and what we send to our friends and family on the internet. This violates our Fourth Amendment right, and they get away with it all without any punishment or anything at all. So now that we know the violation of our freedom, it's time we stand up and finally break free from the watchful eye of this authority.